Hey everyone, so you're staring down that new PTE Respond to a Situation task, and let me guess, you're feeling completely overwhelmed. Well, you are in exactly the right place. In today's explainer, I'm going to show you the absolute easiest way to tackle this task. We're going to completely break it down. Look, you don't need crazy difficult English. You definitely do not need to spend hours memorizing hundreds of robotic answers. Honestly, all you need is one simple method that works for almost every single question they can throw at you. By the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly how to answer with confidence and actually boost that PTE score. We have all been there. You sit down on test day, the screen flashes with a new task, and suddenly your mind just goes totally blank. You're sitting there thinking, I have absolutely zero idea what to say right now. If you're feeling that familiar panic creeping in just thinking about it, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Seriously, I'm reassuring you immediately. You do not need to worry. We are going to completely eliminate that freeze response today. Okay, let's dive right into this. We need to start with one massive important fact by busting the absolute biggest myth out there. So many students are convinced that this task is some kind of harsh test of their complex grammar or super advanced vocabulary. It's really not. The reality is actually much simpler. The AI that's scoring your test, it just wants to know if you can communicate clearly. That is literally it. It doesn't care about perfect, complicated sentence structures. It just wants simple words and clear ideas. To succeed here, you just need a quick mindset shift. Stop treating this like some rigid, terrifying academic test. When you see a prompt pop up, I want you to imagine you're simply talking to a friend, or maybe your teacher, your manager, or a neighbor. And that is exactly how you should answer. Use natural, everyday words exactly like you would in real life. Let's put this into practice immediately. Imagine you get this exact situation on your test. Your friend missed today's class, tell your friend what happened. Now, a lot of students will completely freeze up right here. And why is that? Because they're frantically trying to build this perfect, highly academic answer in their heads. But remember our golden rule, you do not need to do that. Instead of freezing, you can simply use normal everyday language. Listen to how incredibly easy this is. You could just say, Hi, you missed today's class today. The teacher explained a new topic and gave us some homework. Please read the class notes before tomorrow. If you need any help, I will be happy to explain everything. Thank you. And that's it. Notice how I spoke at a completely clear, normal pace. It's simple, it's perfectly clear, and it is incredibly easy for the AI to understand and score you well on. Let's try another situation just to show you how adaptable this approach really is. This time, it's a little bit more formal. Your manager changed tomorrow's meeting and you need to tell your teammate. Now, even though it's a workplace scenario, the strategy doesn't change one bit. You don't suddenly need to sound like a walking corporate dictionary. A fantastic high scoring answer could literally just be, Hello, I want to tell you that tomorrow's meeting has been changed. It will start at 10 o'clock instead of 9. Please arrive a few minutes early so we can begin on time. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. See, once again, you're just passing along basic information. You aren't overcomplicating your grammar or desperately searching your brain for fancy vocabulary. So, here is the absolutely crucial takeaway. Are you starting to notice the pattern across these examples? Short sentences, easy words, no difficult grammar. Guys, this is exactly how you should be speaking in the exam. Building your confidence here is honestly just about realizing that less is more. Let's keep this momentum going with a third example. Imagine your neighbor received a package while they were away, and you need to tell them about it. Just think for a second about how you would tell your actual neighbor this information in real life. You wouldn't write them a formal essay, would you? And this brilliantly illustrates our simple method in action. You can just say, Hi, your package arrived today while you were away. I accepted it for you and it is safe at my house. You can collect it this evening whenever you are free. Please let me know before you come. Thank you. So smooth, right? It's easy and totally uncomplicated. You're just giving them the facts. Let's move to another really common scenario and see how this builds your confidence. Your teacher announces that next week's class will start 1 hour earlier. You're tasked with informing another student. You could easily answer something like this: Hello, I want to tell you that next week's class will begin 1 hour earlier than usual. Please come to school before 8 o'clock so you don't miss anything. The teacher said attendance is important. See you next week. Just listen to that rhythm for a second. Can you hear the pattern of a totally normal, everyday conversation? That natural, steady flow is exactly what the AI loves and rewards. Now, let's pivot for a second and troubleshoot the biggest fear students have. What happens if you honestly just don't know much about the topic? Like, what if the question asks about some random museum exhibit, a complex business event, or a community initiative you know absolutely nothing about? First of all, please don't panic. You are not being tested on your museum knowledge here. If you completely blank, just use simple English to say what you do understand and keep on speaking. Here is a really generic, safe fallback script you can use. Hello, I want to share some important information with you. Please remember the new time and follow the instructions. If you have any questions, please ask me. Thank you. Using simple English just to keep the words flowing is always better than staying silent. Believe me, silence is your only real enemy in this task. Which actually brings us to another major mistake students often make when they're under pressure. Does speaking faster actually mean you have better English? A lot of test takers try to rush, thinking that a rapid fire delivery will somehow trick the AI into giving them a higher fluency score. Let me be incredibly clear about this. That is completely false. If you speak too fast, your pronunciation actually just becomes blurred and unclear. The AI might completely miss what you're saying. Instead, you need to speak at a very comfortable speed. Make every single word clear. Just imagine you're chatting with a friend over a cup of coffee. That relaxed, steady pace, that is the absolute perfect speed for the exam. But what if you slip up? I mean, this is probably the single most common anxiety I hear from students. What on earth do I do when I inevitably make a small mistake or say the wrong word right in the middle of the recording? The answer is so incredibly simple, but you absolutely must remember it. Keep going. Do not stop and never ever say sorry. Seriously, don't stop to restart your sentence. Every single person makes small mistakes when they speak naturally. The AI prioritizes your fluency over absolute perfection. So if you forget a word, just grab another simple word and keep your momentum moving forward. Now, here's the secret sauce behind everything we've just talked about today. We've actually been using a universal 3-step formula to tackle every single practice question. Step 1, tell the person what happened. Step 2, give them the important information or instructions. And step 3, finish politely, like saying thank you or see you later. That is literally the whole shebang. It's all you need to do. So, I want to leave you with a really crucial piece of final advice. Please, whatever you do not waste your time trying to memorize 50 different robotic answers before your exam. It just won't work, and honestly, it's only going to stress you out. Instead, I want you to practice explaining daily situations in simple English every single day. Explain your morning commute. Explain how you're making breakfast. The more you practice just narrating your daily life, the more confident and completely natural you're going to become. Let's lock this all in with a final checklist. If you stick to these 5 simple basics, you are practically guaranteeing yourself a really strong score on this task. Number 1, stay calm. Number 2, use simple English. 3, speak clearly at a normal conversational pace. 4, keep talking without any long pauses, even if you make a mistake. And finally, number 5, finish politely. If you can do those 5 things, you are more than ready to tackle the respond to a situation task. So, I'm going to leave you with this question. Are you ready to stop stressing, drop the complicated grammar, and just start treating your next exam like a simple, easy chat with a friend? Because I promise you, once you do, you're going to totally ace this. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.